Hi, this is Dr. Mike Headley, your holistic sleep expert, helping you get to sleep and stay asleep so you can live your best life possible. I teach that sleep is a skill and you can learn to master it. Here's some really interesting information that I came across today. A good friend sent this to me. It's from Chronobiology International. Try to say that 5 times really quick. And so the title of this Facebook Live is Struggling to Get Up in the Morning? Question mark. Well, you're at risk for an early death. That's pretty scary and that's pretty serious. I did a video a few weeks ago that talked about sleep is as serious as a heart attack, and it is. There is just every week I get research and information that talks about the importance of sleep to really make people put it high up on their list, just like diet and exercise and good relationships and communications and your proper spine and nervous system mechanics and nervous system function. So in the UK, they just finished up a study of 6 years, just under 500,000 people, and they found that night owls were 10% more likely to die in that 6-year period of time. So people that stayed up later. And so also those people that stayed up later, got less sleep, they had higher rates of diabetes, neurological conditions, mental health disorders, and they were more likely to experience alcohol and drug use, heart and cardiovascular issues, psychological stress, and then lifestyle factors. They were likely not to exercise and get enough sleep. Imagine that. They were staying up so late. So how do you know if you're a morning person or a night owl? You can kind of tell. Do you have really struggled getting up in the morning? Could be you just stayed up so late, or sometimes you're just geared genetically to be a night owl. On drheadley.com, you can print out a form and do a quiz to see if you're more tending towards a morning preference or a night owl, or an evening tendency, a night owl in the evening, or a morning lark in the morning. I think I said that wrong. Or someone in between. And I think it's critical to know in your college days or shortly after to see what tendencies you have, because then you can go down a career choice. If you really, really want to be a teacher, I think it helps to be a morning lark, morning person. Why? Because you start at 8 o'clock-ish, 8:30, done to 3, 4 in the afternoon. So what if you go to bed at 10 o'clock till 6 in the morning? That's a good 8 hours. 6 in the morning, you have plenty of family time and breakfast time and preparation before you get to work at 8, 8:30. Done to 3, 4 in the afternoon. You can still do some work prep. You can do some exercise, some family time, some leisure time, some hobby time, and meal time, prep time, and relaxation time before you get to bed at 10 o'clock. It works really well. If you want to be like an EMT, maybe a firefighter, police officer, detective, in night shift and evening shift, it helps if you're a night owl. And what else can you do? A lot of people have developed into night owls even though they have morning tendencies. So there's just simple strategies that I've talked about over like spinal hygiene. It's just it's sleep hygiene. You can get up in the morning and look at the sun. At noon, you can set your circadian rhythm by looking at the sun again. You can eat at regular intervals. You can exercise at regular intervals. And you can reset your genetics based on your circadian rhythm. And so how I look at someone's, besides doing the paper test on my website, I look at their genetic report. And so I look at the PER2 1 and 2 genes, I look at the PER3 1 and 2 genes, and then the AANAT genes to determine truly if you're hardwired inside for a morning person or a night person. And so what's really cool, once you figure that out, then you can optimize the expression of those genes. For instance, the AANAT gene, if someone still isn't falling asleep within a reasonable time, 5, 10, 20 minutes, and they're still producing enough melatonin, I have to dive deeper and look at maybe their micronutrient levels, because they're precursors to melatonin, like magnesium and zinc, B6 and folate. Or I can look at someone's omega-6 to 3 ratio. It might be out of range. Maybe they're drinking a little excessive alcohol or going through fasts that's interrupting these pathways, so they can't express the optimum genetic expression to make them sleep optimally. So we look at a lot of different layers, and I call it the DNA difference, because I can tell anyone on the planet, here, go take some magnesium, go out in the sun, do some stretches, do some yoga, do some exercise. It's not really geared for their genetics. And so I call it the DNA difference, where I dive deep into your genetic report and make customized, systematized recommendations just for you and not for everybody else. So if you're interested in that, check out drheadley.com and apply for a consultation. I'd love to look at your genetic profile and see how we can optimize your sleep, therefore optimizing your health. So hope this helps. Take your health seriously, because lack of sleep shortens your quality and your quantity of life. So I'm here to help you with any questions or comments or personal messages, so we can optimize your sleep and optimize your health. Sweet dreams, everybody, and take care.